Hello world. So, it's the end of January. I didn't have any videos planned for the end of the year. Actually, I had a different video planned entirely for this month, but due to school and frequent naps, I pushed it to the next one.
Yeah, I'm doing a vlog as a quick and dirty replacement for a more thought out idea.
So, last year I made a video about New Year's resolutions and why I don't do them. Short version, they tend to be vague and lack follow-up where goals need to be specific and more measurable.
On top of that, it actually covers similar ideas I'll be talking about today.
I have taken to the idea of theming a year. 2017 is what I'm going to be calling my Year of More.
That just means more productivity and using more of my time wisely.
It also means I'm trying to upload at least one video per month. Can't make any promises about that though. However, this isn't meant to be an update video. It's more about creating stuff on YouTube and other places, just with a focus on YouTube. I've recently been listening to a podcast called Cortex, hosted by Myke Hurley, founder of Relay FM, a podcasting network, and CGP Grey, a large YouTube creator.
It's a podcast about productivity, and YouTube has popped up as a topic every now and then. I think it's worth checking out.
I have heard some remarks saying that it was better to probably have started YouTube, say, 6-8 years ago when it was smaller. What Gray said about this was that making a living on YouTube is easier today than it was any time before. I agree with this, even if you don't plan on making a living.
Today, self-publishing is easier than before.
Creative tools are dirt cheap.
Audio recording software like Audacity and GarageBand are free.
Adobe has the Creative Cloud, which allows you to get Premiere Pro, Audition, Photoshop, and more for only $20 a month. My art instructor said that when he first bought Maya, a 3D modeling program, he had to pay about $15,000 for the base module, about $5,000 for additional ones, each.
Today we can get the same base module for a 30-day trial for free.
Websites used to be passive. You couldn't actually post content. The first few I remember is like Newgrounds, but you had to be capable of animating in own Flash. Over time, things popped up like MySpace, then Facebook and YouTube, so anybody who could use a camera or record audio could post a thing and not have to go through the standard channels. The ability to create content is getting easier and more accessible. Getting paid is growing as well. 2013 saw a platform called Patreon, which allows people to support content creators, and before that there was a Kickstarter. Look at YouTube. They have a partnership program, and it was at one point pretty exclusive. Custom thumbnails, videos longer than 15 minutes, earning ad revenue off of videos. This used to be only for partners, but now everybody has access to this stuff. I could monetize this video if I wanted to.
I'm not going to.
In regards to this, there have been some points made about just being on YouTube.
It's really difficult to be found on YouTube.
That's a problem with marketing. It's something that primarily businesses dealt with regardless of their size.
About 8 years ago, there were fewer eyes actually looking at YouTube, and it was relatively niche. But now it has grown pretty large. That's not a bad thing.
It went from some people being on YouTube to everybody's on YouTube.
This means more eyes on YouTube, which means more attention and more space for people to occupy.
Yes, you do need to make something that people want to watch, but that's kind of hard to quantify. Example, there's a podcast about pens. I'm not kidding. It's called The Pen Addict. This is a thing. Today, things have existed that couldn't have about 20 years ago, and it's all because of the internet. It doesn't matter how small it is, the internet makes it possible.
YouTube is crowded, and big names have already staked their claim.
I don't think that's the best analogy, because YouTube isn't bound by physical space. It's driven by personality entertainment. Going back to YouTube size, the larger YouTube is, the more room, the more space for other people to be in it. The personality ends up being just as important as the content that's being created. It allows this level of competition, and yet still having as many channels survive.
My production quality can't match the larger channels.
Honestly, production quality isn't as important as people make it out to be. As long as you have something that is wanted by people, they're gonna come. Look what Yahtzee Crenshaw did with Zero Punctuation, or a more recent example, Grade A Under A. Not the best quality, no, but they still work.
And yes, if you do want to bring up again that some people have been around for a while, yeah, being around for a while means you're going to get better. And also that difficulty that people tend to talk about, they've been saying the exact same thing for the past 8 years. Nothing's really changed.
Don't let this stuff deter you. If you want to do something, then do it. You can do it today. You don't have to ask permission from anybody. The gatekeepers are gone. And if it doesn't end up working out, well, at least you tried. YouTube, Twitch. I don't really plan on any of my channels having any significant growth. I do them because I want to. If you want to do a thing, then do it. And if nobody else says this, let me say it. I believe in you.
Thank you for watching. I'll see you in February.